welcome back to T-Boys TV. We're here for Championship predictions, attempt 2. The other video just deleted anyway, randomly, so that was all right because I was going to delete it anyway. But yeah, apologies about all that madness. Can you not even see me? Hold up. What's going on the thing? Why can you not see me? That's weird because I can see myself. Hold up. Oh, that's not great. Why can you not see me? Why is it just a black screen for you guys? I might come out the StreamYard and come back in. One second. Oh, maybe we haven't sorted anything, have we? Here we go. Right, let's see if you can see me now. If you can't see me now, then I'll hop out and hop back in. Oh, there we go. No, you can see me. There we go. You can see me. Yeah, like I said, apologies about that, people. Bit of a madness. We're back again. EFL Championship Game Week 37 predictions. Attempt 2, people. I know my camera's a bit blurry. Is what it is, people. Is what it is at this moment in time. I'd rather it be doing that than proper lagging. Do you know what I mean? So I can't even press a button because that's what happened. But yeah, we're finally back. So let's get into this. Championship predictions. Here we go. Like I said, some interesting ones this week. A lot, usually I struggle to predict certain games, but a lot of these this week were quite easy for me to pick a winner. Let's see if I'm proven wrong. But a lot of them going into it were quite easy for me. I'm not going to lie. And the first game tomorrow night. Obviously, there's some games on Tuesday, some on Wednesday. The first game tomorrow night, Blackpool versus Queen's Park Rangers. Now, obviously, Blackpool, lost to Bristol City. I put too much faith in Blackpool. I thought they'd get a draw, despite Bristol City actually doing well in this calendar year. I think they've only had 2 losses, Man City and someone in the league. I can't quite remember who it was in the league. But, yeah, they're doing very well. Fair play to them. Obviously, Luton have got them, my team, so it's going to be interesting. But yeah, like I said, I put too much faith in Blackpool. The bottom 3, I mean, I would say it's looking peak, but it's not looking as bad as what certain people make out, because all it is really, like, I think if someone does stay up out of them bottom 3, it will be Blackpool, because Huddersfield, I don't think the players are good enough, half of them, and Wigan, again, don't think half their players are good enough. And both them teams could be going into, madness, like administration or whatever. So, yeah, Blackpool, if one of them 3 does stay up, I think it will be Blackpool. And all it is really is 2 wins, really. 2 wins, and they're literally level with Cardiff. But it depends what Cardiff do at the same time. But Blackpool are taking on QPR. QPR did get a win over Watford. I was surprised. Then again, I sort of wasn't, because every time I predict Watford to win, they either lose or draw. So that's, in that sense, I wasn't. But then again, QPR's first win at home in ages. I think it's since like 22nd of October or something like that. They're taking on Blackpool away. It's going to be an interesting one. How do I see this one going? I reckon it's going to be a draw. To be fair. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, a 1 apiece in this one. I was thinking of backing Blackpool, but then I see Blackpool have only ever beaten 5 times. So, yeah, and whereas QPR beat them 15. I'm going to go for draw, 1-1. But let's go through some comments. Chris says, guess who's back with content after 1 month break? The bad guy is back. Managed to sign back into my 316 subs account, which is my main account. Yeah, nice one, mate. Nice one. Big up yourself as well. Moving on to the next game, Millwall versus Swansea. And for me, this was one of them easy games to predict this week. I can't lie. Swansea obviously lost at home 3-1 to Middlesbrough. I was going to say 3-1, but I thought Middlesbrough would maybe get one more. Taking on Millwall. Millwall, obviously, a team fighting for them playoffs. Obviously, are currently in the playoffs, 6th place. And yeah, they're at home. I think it's a game they'll win, to be honest with you. Swansea are very inconsistent as well. A lot of games I've watched them this season, I haven't been too convinced by them. However, they do seem to be Millwall's bogey team. I can't lie, but I still think Millwall will do it, especially now that it's coming to the business end of the season. I'm going to go over 2-1 to Millwall in this one. Moving on to the next game, Watford, obviously a team I don't like, taking on Birmingham City. You could say the Troy Deeney derby, but I don't think Troy Deeney is still available, from what I know. Watford, obviously, they had that shocking defeat, to QPR, who obviously haven't won at home in ages. Taking on Birmingham City. Birmingham City did get a good win against Rotherham, which I didn't expect. I can't lie. I thought that'd be a draw. Birmingham are very inconsistent, though. One game they can be very good. Next game they can be poor. I think after that West Brom 2-0 win, they were on a pretty poor run after that for a while. Taking on Watford. Watford obviously got Wilder win, till the end of the season. Obviously, their aim is to try and get in the playoffs. They did say at the start of the game, they still could, but they got an outside chance. They're sitting on 51 points in 11th, which is, as a Luton fan, I love to see that. And us fourth, of course. Outside chance really for them. Obviously, they are 6 points off of the playoffs where Millwall are. Taking on Birmingham, like I said, Birmingham very inconsistent. I think Watford will do it. I'll go over 1-0, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw because every time I predict Watford to win, they'll have a draw or lose. So you know the drill. Alex says, I would stay, but Love Island final is on. Enjoy your stream. Yep, fair enough. I know a lot of people watch that. Not really something I'm into, but we've all got our own preferences. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. Welcome back. Yep, welcome back. Big up yourself, Stephen, mate. Mighty Borough could be second on Sunday. It's actually mad when I deep it, Kenny, right? Say, for example, right, Sheffield United lose in this midweek, right, and Middlesbrough win. They're only a point off them. It's crazy, bro. I do think, as much as I'd love it, obviously, Luton to get second, because we still got a very good chance. We're only 7 points off. Sheffield United having this form as well. I do think it will be Millwall. And the thing is, we do have to play Middlesbrough at home. We do well against Middlesbrough at home ever since we've come back up. From what I can remember anyway. The first game, we drew 3-3. Sonny Bradley, that was our first game back in the Championship as well. Sonny Bradley scored a banger. And then obviously the game last season was on TV. We turned it around from being 1-0 down to win 3-1. So we tend to do well against them at home. So that game's going to be interesting because that is, I want to say that's the fourth last game. I know it's near the end, so it's going to be interesting. Stephen's gone 1-1. Guessing that's for Watford, mate. Blackpool win, I reckon, more in it for them. Mate, I was thinking the same, but then I looked to the head-to-head. Blackpool have only ever beaten 5 times. QPR have beaten 15. I don't know. In QPR, they will be buzzing from that victory against Watford because it's they've been so crap this season. Overall, but coming on to the later stages mainly. Excuse me. So yeah, from 23rd to potentially getting second. Mate, they're the Nottingham Forest the last season. That's what they are. So, yeah, man. Moving on to the next game. Rotherham United versus Preston North End. Obviously, Preston did get a win at the weekend. 2-0. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. They're taking on Rotherham, who sit 20th. I do think Rotherham will stay up this season, and fair play to them because they usually are the Norwich of the Premier League. Luton have still got to play them away. I do think we'll win, but it won't be easy. But we'll see nearer the time. Saying that, I don't think it's actually too long away, to be fair. It's an interesting one. Rotherham are a good side at home. When I back them more when they're at home. Preston, however, are decent away this season. You know, well, especially at the start of the season. Anyway, it dropped off a little bit, but they're still fifth when it comes to away form. I'm gonna go, but I am gonna go over Rotherham win. I'm gonna go over Rotherham win because they are at home. However, I could see it being a draw, but I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Rotherham in this one. Your predictions: Rotherham 3-1. Fair enough, Kenny. Fair enough. Rotherham's home form is vital, exactly, and that's the thing which I think is going to help them stay up. 1-0 says, excuse me, Stephen. Moving on to the next game, Wigan Athletic versus Coventry City. Again, another game when I looked at these midweek fixtures, that was quite an easy game to at least predict the winner. Score, I was thinking one or two things. Wigan, you know, I think administration or something's going on at the club again. She's not helping the club. Obviously, they do sit bottom of the league. I did say at the start of the season, I think they'll finish 24th. You know, I don't think their squad's good enough. Their manager, however, when he's come in, he has done not too bad since he's come in. I remember, I think it was his first game actually against Blackburn, where he drew 0-0 away, which I know Blackburn are inconsistent, but again, they're up there. You know, they're obviously fighting for playoffs. You know, and they don't really get battered since he's come in. They usually lose narrowly. They're taking on Coventry. Coventry can make a late push for playoffs, mate. I can't lie. You know, they currently sit 9th, 4 points off. So, you know, they could make a late push. Gyökeres been balling it for them this season. And yeah, with all this drama and saga and whatever you want to call it going on at Wigan, I can see Coventry winning this one, to be fair. And I reckon Coventry will win exactly how we won when we went there. And that was a 2-0. So yeah, I'll go 2-0 Coventry. I was thinking 2-0 or 1-0 to Coventry, but I'm going to go with a 2-0. Kenny says 1-0 Wigan, just you wait. Yeah, imagine. Aren't Burnley and Huddersfield in transfer embargoes? And no, I'm not sure about Burnley, but I know there's some stuff going on at Huddersfield, yes. Blue Terrier said about it earlier about something to do with the transfer embargo. Can only see Sky Blues 2-0. Exactly. Moving on to the next game, which could be the game of the week, to be honest. You can debate that. On paper, it's probably Sunderland, Sheffield United, but I think this game's going to be really good, given how Stoke have been, to be honest. And that is Middlesbrough versus Stoke. Now, obviously, Middlesbrough sit third. Like, in my opinion, if there is a team to get that second place that is not Sheffield United, I do think it will be Middlesbrough. You know, and I think it could come down to goal difference if that was the case. And if you look at it now, it's a lot closer than it was in previous games when I was saying that. It's only +1 now that Sheffield United have a better goal difference than Middlesbrough. They're at home against Stoke. Stoke been very good the last 2 games. Obviously beat who was it? Sunderland away 5-1, which gives me confidence as a Luton fan when we go there. Saying that, Sunderland have won since away from home. Good win against Norwich, but Luton are very good away. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, that's on the weekend. Taking on Stoke. Obviously, Stoke beat Blackburn as well on the Friday night game. What a game that was. It was quite funny because the Blackburn fans leaving at 3-0 thinking it's done, then coming back from the coach, going back up there, chanting again, going up the steps and all that. But I do think Middlesbrough will win this one, to be honest, being at home. And I'm going to go, it's going to sound very one-sided, but I think Stoke will do well, but they just will miss some of the chances. Good chances they have, and Middlesbrough will just take theirs. I'm going to go 3-1 Middlesbrough in that one. I saw Burnley. Yeah, there might be. I haven't really seen anything regarding it, to be fair. Borough title maybe up. No. Listen, no. Yeah, I doubt it'll be this season that'll happen to Burnley, to be honest. 4-0 to Middlesbrough. Jeez. I know you're backing them at the moment. 4-0 against Stoke, who haven't been too bad recently. But then again, a lot of people reckon, even though Stoke have had a good 2 last games, this is where they get humbled in a sense. 2-2, Stephen's gone. Jeez. Jeez, okay, interesting. That would be good for us. Obviously, if we won, that would help us. That really would, to be fair. Obviously, they'd still be above us, but only a point. So yeah, Stoke are mad inconsistent. No, they are. They are. I don't necessarily think if they lose this game, it'll be because they've been inconsistent. I think one, because it's Middlesbrough, and two, like I said, they won their last two games. And let's be real, we ain't expecting them to win them last two games against teams fighting for playoffs. You know, Sunderland obviously not quite in there. But then again, you know, they beat Blackburn, who are obviously in there. So it's all interesting, man. It's all interesting. But yeah, moving on to the next game, which is Blackburn Rovers versus Reading. Reading are very poor away. You know, again, they're similar to Rotherham in the sense where if I back them, it's mainly their home games because they're a lot better at home. If it was only down to home form, Reading would actually be in the playoff position, I think. So they'd be like fifth. They're fifth on home form or something like that. They're taking on Blackburn. Blackburn away. Blackburn, they can be a bit inconsistent, but they're still up there, still fighting for the playoffs. They're better than Reading. I don't usually go for Blackburn to win like this. I usually say they get a narrow win, but I'm gonna go over 2-0. I just don't rate Reading away from home whatsoever, to be honest. Hello, I'll put my predictions in the comments when the stream ends. Not problem, mate, not problem. Apologies about all the stuff going on before. I just wanted to do it, so I just scheduled a new stream. We can get second this season. We could, but I do think if anyone does do it, it will be Middlesbrough. But you never know, mate. You never know. The more and the more the weeks go on and the performances I see from us, the spirit, the togetherness, the way we're winning these games, the way we're breaking these records, my opinion changes of us potentially finishing higher and higher, mate, really does. Or even going on to win the playoffs with a lot more confidence than I'd originally had, to be honest, as the weeks keep going on. So we'll see if this will be able to continue. But yeah, mate, I think we've got a very good chance. That's what I will say of definitely having a chance to go up at least. Blackburn 2-1 Reading. Yeah, fair enough, Kenny, fair enough. Blackburn should have this. I'll say 2-0. Yeah, exactly. Don't we have to play Middlesbrough and Sheffield at home? Not Sheffield at home. We already played them at home. We drew 1-1. Middlesbrough, yes. And we have a good record. As far as I'm aware, since we come back in the Championship, we got a good home record against Middlesbrough. The two standout games I can think of is that 3-3 when we first come back up. Not ever, but first come back up in ages, sorry. When Sonny Bradley scored that goal. And then last season, the 3-1, when we was 1-0 down, you know, the turnaround, it was on TV as well. Obviously, we did have a bit of a TV voodoo for a while. It was that game and a few games after where it just was all right. It was a game before that, and then it was Middlesbrough or something like that. But yeah, Edwards has got it up to another level. It's exciting. It is. It really is. And that's the thing. I think I've said it for time. When we're a team that, you know, passed it around the ground, quick passing, we look like a very good side, man. And I just think it suits us better than when we're trying to do long balls consistently, to be honest. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Cardiff City versus West Bromwich Albion. Now, that's back-to-back. I predicted West Brom games right. I said 1-0 against Huddersfield, and it was. I said 1-0 in the game before that against Wigan, and it was. Obviously, at home, back-to-back 1-0 wins against relegated sides. Again, another team that could have a late push for the playoffs, especially then grinding out these results. You know, they are only 2 points off, so they're not necessarily a late push, to be honest. They're taking on Cardiff. Cardiff obviously trying to survive. Obviously, it is a 6-point gap to Blackpool and obviously everyone else. But obviously, Blackpool have the best goal difference out of that bottom three. Cardiff do have these weird games at home where they do get some results. Under their new manager, I don't think they've been too bad, to be honest. They haven't been the greatest, but they haven't been the worst. They haven't improved heavily, but, you know, some results have been good, like the Reading result at home. You know, there's been a few. And call me mad. This is my shock of the week, you would probably say. I'm going to go for a 1-1. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one, to be honest. Luton have just been one of the best English teams in the last 6 years, from National League to Championships and the Premier League. Brilliant. It really is, mate. You know, you look at players like Pelly Ruddock as well. He's been at the club for, what is it, 9 years? 9 years now, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And he'd be the first ever player, like, with one team to go from there to the Premier League. That's also, obviously, you want to play in the Premier League, but that's another reason I proper want us to get there. Like, that, what a story that would be. That's madness. Absolute madness. Like, players have moved from clubs and done it, like Vardy, etc. But one club, madness. Cardiff 0, West Brom 3. Yeah, and there's me going for a 1-1. West Brom 2-1. Fair enough, says Stephen. And then Ryan's gone 2-1 to West Brom as well. Champagne football. No, it is. It is really good football, though. It is. And I expected, going back to that Sheffield United game quickly, if you do want to see my match reaction to that and you haven't, make sure you do check it out, man. Big up to everyone that watched it, man. It just gives me motivation to do more. I'm not going to lie. But, I expected Sheffield United to apply pressure on us at some point, because at the end of the day, it's at their ground. They're second in the league. It was always going to happen, but we dealt with it well. Ethan, putting his body on the line, mate, he was exceptional, and there's still idiots who sit here and try and diss him, madness. The guy's got 15 clean sheets this season, but he's a scapegoat because he's not actually our player. He's on loan. People just use him as a target in that sense. But Cardiff will dominate and miss a pen. Oh, they better not. Get a draw for me, man. Oh, if you can hear my laptop going on a mad one, there you go. At least it's not cutting me out this time, eh? Anyway, moving on to the next game. Again, another game I looked at and pretty easy for me to predict. I can't lie. Huddersfield Town versus Norwich City. Huddersfield very poor. Their fans are starting to accept that they're probably going to go down, most likely. I said it at the start of the season, they get relegated. And it looks like it's going to happen. They're taking on Norwich City, who did lose to Sunderland. It was a tight game. You could tell Sunderland were frustrating Norwich. That kiss that 09 did. Oh, my days. Any of you saw that, that was hilarious. I can't lie. But yeah, they're taking on Huddersfield. I think this is a game for them to bounce back in, really. To be honest, Huddersfield are very poor. Neil Warnock, in his post-match, using excuses. The players are not good enough, mate. Stop trying to, deflect it. The players are not good enough. 2-0 Norwich. 2-0 Norwich for me is my prediction for this one. Your predictions and comments. If Sunderland beats Sheffield, Sunderland are 1 point away from Luton. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can have a look at that right now for you. Sunderland. Nah, they're 5 points away. They're 5 points away, mate. So yeah, and you got to think we're playing as well. We might get something there. I've never used him as excuse. Only if it's for a season. No, exactly. No, I'm not saying you. I've seen it, fans on social media, but I know it's not you, mate. These type of home games, sides at the bottom will pull out a 1-0, especially in Warnock. Fair enough. I just can't see it. I think a lot of these managers are past it as well, to be honest. I think he might be one of them. I'm going 2-1 Huddersfield. Wagner will get a nice reception on his Huddersfield return. Yeah, true. Obviously, former Huddersfield manager, like you say there, Brad. 2-0 Norwich, I agree with you. I'm wrong. No, it's all right, mate. It's mine. I say stuff like that and then realise, oh, crap. No, it's not like that. Brad sees me. So, yeah. No, it could happen. I'm not saying it couldn't, but we'll see, man. Anyway, moving on to the next game. Hull City versus Burnley. Now, earlier on in the season, Hull done exactly what Luton did away at Burnley and got a point, a 1-1 draw. I was surprised, I can't lie. Hull this season, since the new managers come in, they have been decent. They've been better defensively, but they've still been inconsistent. You know, 1 minute they'll get a very good win, you know, against West Brom, like a 2-0, and then they'll lose. You know, I don't know. They're very inconsistent for me. I can't lie. They're taking on Burnley. Burnley, high flying, top of the league. Only lost 2 games this season. Who even were they 2 from the top of my head? Were Watford and Sheffield United, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I know it was actually. I know definitely it was Sheffield United. I remember that was 5-2. It's weird. Early kickoff. I do think Hull will make it tough, though. I do think Hull will make it tough for Burnley, especially being at home. But I do think Burnley will do it. They haven't lost for ages as well. I think when's it since like November last year or something? Yeah, something like that. 1-0 Burnley. 1-0 Burnley. Funny enough, I reckon it'll be for Hull exactly what it was like for Luton when we played Burnley both times this season. Draw 1-1 at their ground, lose 1-0 at home. So yeah, I think Luton is worth watching more than that Liverpool are in for a hiding. Oh, you know, well, if Luton was actually on something, well, it is, but like if it was on something like Sky Sports Red Button, or at least, then I would. But I don't even think it's on that. I think when I looked, it was on. I don't know. Unless they changed it last minute. I mean, if they have, then I will actually do a watch along to that. But if not, then yeah. Obviously, I'll watch both anyway. But yeah, unless they've changed it last minute, Stephen, because I know they do like to do that. Let me just have a look. Just have a quick look. Oh, what's it on? Sky Sports app. That's what it says for me. So yeah, Luton on Red Button. Yeah, okay, interesting. I mean, it's not saying it is on here, and it usually says if it's on literally anything on here, except I follow, but like all the Sky Sports, even if it's Red Button. But yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. We'll see in it. We'll see. Like I say, hopefully it is on Red Button, man. Look on Sky Sports. Yeah, I'll have a quick look on Sky Sports. I do believe you. It's just I don't want to make a thumbnail on that and then it not be on there. Sky Sports. Yeah, bear with me a second, people. Yeah, website. Yeah, I'm on it now, mate. I'm just waiting for it to load. Let me check again. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm checking right now. Sports, football, fixtures all say on Sky. Yeah, and it would make sense, to be fair, wouldn't it? Given that, I was about to say Middlesbrough Stoke, that's tomorrow. Given, what's the game on TV on Wednesday? And it Burnley on proper TV. It's Burnley Hull, isn't it? It's a Stoke. Where do you actually look to find it? Wait, one sec. Games. Fixtures also on Sky. Yeah. Yeah. TV. Fixtures. Yeah, cool. In a sec. More. One second, people. No, I don't want to join a league. Screw your league. Some red button. Cool. Said it on Sky Sports. Cool. Yeah, like I said, I just don't want to, make a thumbnail and then it's not on it. Because I could still watch it, but I just don't want to be behind. You know me. Even if I get no replays on Red Button, I don't really care as long as I'm on time. So yeah, that is that. So yeah. You can do if you want, Stephen. I do believe you, but yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Whole Burnley's on Arena. Yeah. It's on Arena, innit? Yeah, it's not even on main event. Arena, that's a weird one to have it. That's a weird one to have it on. I can't lie. Arena. Yeah, Sky Sports app. It's weird. I mean, I know it's a red button as well, but never says Sky Sports app as well. It's weird. It is weird. But yeah, just send me a screenshot anyway. Like I said, I do believe you, but show me anyway, just so I can see it. But yeah, anyway, back to this. Moving on to the next game, which is the Luton game, funny enough. Taking on Bristol City. How am I feeling going into it? I'm feeling pretty confident, to be honest. I know Middlesbrough, are doing very well throughout this calendar year. But yeah, like I'm confident. I'm confident we can get something. I remember the game last season, 2-1 midweek. I did actually go to it. We always have Bristol City midweek, I swear. Even the reverse fixture, 2-0 at their ground. Yeah, that was shocking. That was the rare shocking performance we've had this season. Well, saying that, we had a lot of them at the start, but in recent time, we haven't really had any bad performances, of course. Obviously, our last loss was that Burnley game, but then again, deserved to get a draw out of that, really. But it's interesting, this one. Like I say, I'm confident, to be honest. Obviously, I do have former Luton players, but I don't think Naismith's going to be available. And Cornick, he hasn't really done anything since he went there. He's not really started either. He might start for this one because it is against us, but still, I'm not really feared, to be honest. I do think Bristol will make it tough for us, though, because they are doing well. Not throughout the season, but throughout this calendar year, they are doing well. Like I said, I think they've only lost twice this year, in 2023, and that was obviously to City in the Cup, which is no disappointment in that, really. And then I think they lost a league game, but I can't quite remember. It's 2. But we are at home. We are picking up our home form. I'm confident, man. I'm confident we can get a result. Like I said, it will be tough, but I think we will do it. I'm going to go 2-1 Luton. That's my prediction for this one. So, yeah, man. Obviously, we did get that massive win against Sheffield United and all. So, yeah, man. We will... we'll see. We will see. Yeah, on Sky. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do a watch along to both anyway, mate. I'll probably do a thumbnail thing like both games, to be honest. So yeah, like as in that and the Real Madrid Liverpool, because that still is a massive one. So yeah, that is that. Moving on to the last game. Oh no, let me go through your prediction. Sorry, I nearly forgot. Luton 1-1 Bristol City. I have a feeling. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. To be honest, at the start of the season, we had them sort of draws, disappointing draws at home. We haven't really had them recently, So hopefully not, mate. 3-2 Luton. You reckon there's going to be goals galore? Interesting. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. And then moving on to the last game, which, like I said earlier, on paper probably is the best game. And that is Sunderland, obviously, team chasing the playoffs. Even if they don't get the playoffs, what a first season they've had, back in the Championship, taking on Sheffield United. Obviously, I do have back-to-back home games now. Obviously, I've got Luton on the weekend as well, which I'm hoping to go to, man. Hoping. When I say, hopefully I can do it. But yeah, taking on Sheffield United. Sheffield United obviously not been so great recently. Obviously, lost their last game to Luton. We done very well. What performance that was from us. And this is going to be an interesting one. Despite me saying Middlesbrough Stoke could be a game of the week, I reckon this one will have the most goals out of all the games I've predicted in this game week. I'm going to go for a mental one. And this might be a shock to people. But then again, is it with how Sheffield United have done? I'm going to go 3-2 Sunderland, mate. I think it's going to be a crazy game. So, yeah, that's my prediction for that one. Why, when you go into a hiding look? Well, I'll tell you what. If Luton's on, like, as in, if it's proper on the red button, like proper on it, because it's saying Sky Sports app, like, which might, like, I don't know, because they usually just say red button. Like, I know it is the red button, but I don't know. It's just weird to me. If it is actually on that, then I'll watch that and watch Liverpool on my phone. But if it's not, then I'll watch Luton on my phone because I've got other ways of watching it. And yeah. So yeah, there we go with that one. 1-1, Sunderland, Sheffield United. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go for a draw. Sunderland 4-1. Jeez, Kenny's gone for an emphatic win. Absolute emphatic win there. And then Joshua, who is a Sunderland fan, has backed his team 2-1. Yeah, interesting, mate. Interesting. I do think you guys will win. I do think it'll be a crazy one. I could see it being a draw, but I'm going to back you guys, man. But yeah, people, there you go. They are my predictions for the midweek. So let's just run through them again. Blackpool 1, QPR 1, Millwall 2, Swansea City 1, Watford 1, Birmingham City 0, unfortunately. But then again, every time I predict Watford to win, they lose or draw. So we'll see. Rotherham United 2, Preston North End 1, Wigan Athletic 0, Coventry City 2, Middlesbrough 3, Stoke City 1, Blackburn Rovers 2, Reading 0, Cardiff City 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Huddersfield Town 0, Norwich City 2, Hull City 0, Burnley 1. Oh crap, my TV was still on, didn't even know. Just said automatically going to turn off. Where was I? Burnley 1, yeah. Luton Town 2, Bristol City 1, Sunderland 3, Sheffield United 2. So yeah, let's calculate the table, see what it looked like after them results. So obviously Burnley would still be top, of course, smashing it at that point. Look at that, 83 points. Sheffield United would be second, 67. Middlesbrough third. Look at that though, only a point off of Sheffield United. Better goal difference as well. I did say if they finish above them, it could go down to goal difference. Luton fourth, still brilliant for us. I said we finished fourth at the start of the season. Hopefully I'll get that right, or of course, hopefully we finish higher, if not fourth. Blackburn Rovers fifth. Millwall sixth, are still in the playoffs. Norwich 2 points behind. Coventry City in eighth. Sunderland ninth. Even though they win that game, they would be 5 points off still. So again, it's looking slim for them. Even West Brom with a win, 5 points off. Watford 6 points off. Even with them winning, do you know what I mean? It's mental. It's mental. Preston 12th. Bristol City 13th. Stoke City 14th. Hull City 15th. Swansea City 17th. Sorry. No, Reading 16th. Sorry. Swansea City 17th. Rotherham 18th. Which should be good for them. QPR 19th. Birmingham City 20th. Cardiff City obviously get a point in my opinion, so they'll be 39. So then gap will still be 6 points, but it'll be another point, not really away, but basically how I see it, if you get 40 points, then you will probably most likely stay up, or you will stay up. So they only really need a point after that, but obviously try and chase more. So yeah, and then obviously the bottom three remains the same order as well. But Blackpool having 1 more point than Huddersfield and Wigan. So yeah, Stephen says third or fourth, so we're home leg. Second if we make it. Yeah, I'd rather our home leg be second time round. Yeah, that would be boss. But there you go, people. There you go. They are my predictions for the championship for game week 37. So yeah, man. Make sure you do watch the channel if you haven't already, which is obviously T-Boys TV Extra. There you go, links there as well. And yeah, man, like I said, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Apologies, I did have to make another stream. Laptop was playing up. Excuse me, like my throat currently is. You know what I mean? But yeah, big up yourselves, man. Big up yourselves. But playoffs still take it no matter where. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%, mate, without a shadow of a doubt. And like I said, if we do end up getting fourth, or obviously higher, I'll be gassed. But if we end up getting fourth, I'll be very happy because, like I said, I did predict that at the start of the season, and not a lot of people would have. Let's be honest. Even Luton fans were saying lower than me. Some were saying sixth, fifth. So yeah, man, we'll see. We will see what goes on with that one. But yeah, big up to everyone. Like I said, big up to everyone. Much appreciated. Big up to everyone that tuned in. Like I said, I did have to sort it out. But yeah, Joshua says, I'm going to the match on Saturday. Like I said, mate, I'm hoping to. I really am hoping to, because everyone I've spoke to said Sunderland away is very good. And even, to be fair, everyone that's told me that it's good, their teams haven't even won there. Well, I'll say their team. Some of them that told me support Luton when we played in League One and that. But other fan of mine, his team didn't even win there. So I want to do it for that sense, and it apparently is really good. And I've said it for a time, and I stick by it. The North East teams have the best support in the country. So yeah, that's another reason why I want to go to it as well. And a way that, right at the top. It's a long journey, but it sounds worth it, mate. It sounds worth it. And obviously we're doing very well as well. So we'll see, man. We'll see, hopefully. But if not, I'll do a match reaction, definitely, especially after that one the other day, man. Big up to everyone, man. I was chuffed, I can't lie. So yeah. But yeah, that is where I'm going to wrap up. Sorry that it took a bit long to do all that. My laptop was freezing again, so I just spoke while it was trying to sort itself out. But yeah, like I said, don't forget to smash a like on the stream. Stephen says Newcastle was better, even though it's FA Cup. Yeah, fair enough. We're currently on 8 likes. Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. I know a lot of people watch this back on playback as well, so don't forget to smash the like button there as well. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Oh crap, my phone is going to die. We're getting close, slowly closer to our next target, which is obviously a big target, 1,750. So yeah, hopefully we'll get there soon. But yeah, I don't think it'll be super duper soon, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Luton go to the Premier League. You never know. Channel might just shoot. But yeah, big up to everyone. Like I said, don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. It'd be much appreciated. Subscribe to my other channel as well. Nightbot put that in the chat. So yeah, big up. Turn on the notification bell for that as well. And if you do want to follow me across any of my socials, links to them are in the description. And yeah, I will be back again tomorrow. I said I wasn't earlier, but then forgot I'm doing a hat show with my dad. Obviously, we will discuss that more so with him about that game against Sheffield United. Brilliant away win. And then obviously we will go more into detail about the Bristol City game tomorrow. So yeah, and to wrap it up, we will click on this comment by Stephen because it is just straight facts. We've got Super Robbie Edwards. He knows exactly what we need. Jeez. So yeah, hopefully Luton do it midweek. And I think we will. I do think it'll be tough, but I do think we'll do it. So yeah, we will see. Comment you at us. Big up everyone else as well. Till next time, take care and peace.